help you?
Hey, is this 7-Eleven
Yes, it is.
on Washington?
Yes, it is.
Is this the manager?
This is the assistant.
Hi, I live down in Venice, and my mother just called in. She lives up in Bradenton areas, and my mother called in, and she was asking about some donuts. Whatever she was asking for, I don't care. I really don't fucking care. But my question is, did someone at your fucking store give my mother an attitude?
No, I spoke to your mother, and when I hung up, she said thank you.
She said something about a man. You don't sound very manly to me. So,
I'm not a man, but she may have heard the customers complain because he was on the phone trying to answer her question, but no, he did not give her an attitude.
can I speak to the young man, the young fella who spoke to my mother, please?
He has got customers right now.
Can you change with him or something? I need some compensation here. My mother's crying and shit.
So she was fine when I hung up the phone with her, so I don't know why she'd be crying now.
She said he
But
was...
if you would like, you can call and speak to my store manager in the morning.
I'm already on the phone with a quote-unquote manager at the time.
Yes, sir, I am the assistant, but like I said, I spoke to her last and she was fine when she hung up the phone. And no one else has called except for you, so I was standing right there. He was not rude to her, and unless she heard the customers complaining, that would have been the only thing that she could have heard that she would have misconstrued as rude.
Do you mind checking these customers out so I can talk to this young lad here?
Sir, I'm kind of in the middle of something. We have 2 trucks that come in tonight.
I really don't
He's the only one
care.
that's able to deal with customers right now.
I really don't care. I'll come down there and throw $100 on a counter just to sort a problem.
Well, sir, that's your choice, but like I said, I spoke to your mother last and she was fine when we hung up. If you would like to call in the morning, the manager will be here at 6 a.m.
I'd like to inquire and talk to this young fella who supposedly gave my mother... She's 96. She has a throat problem. A problem in her throat. She has a problem, and he gave her some attitude or something. That's what she told me about 5 minutes ago.
No, sir, he didn't. Like I said, I was up front when she called, and I spoke to her and answered her question because he had a line of customers. So there was no attitude given to her, and like I said, unless she heard the customers complaining when he laid down the phone, so I got to come and pick it up.
I have no problem with you whatsoever. But if some young lad tries to give my mother a fucking problem, I just want to talk to him for 2 seconds.
Okay, sir, he is busy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And like I said, he did not give her an attitude. I was standing right there.
I come in there every morning, not to your specific location, but I have visited your location before. I go to 7-Eleven every morning on my way to work at the jewelry shop, and I get coffee for my whole store. So please, don't ruin this one for me, sweetie,
Sir, I'm
please.
not ruining anything. He is busy. And I cannot stop what I am doing to go and give him the phone and take customers.
So who can I talk to about this?
Like I said, if you would like to talk to anybody else, you would have to call the manager first thing in the morning.
You told me you was a manager.
I am the assistant.
Is that like a half and half between whatever this guy is and whatever your manager is? I don't get it.
No, he is a sales associate. I'm the assistant manager. But I'm telling you that I spoke to your mother last and she was fine when we hung up the phone.
Yes, she said she didn't have a problem with you whatsoever. She said you were very sweet, absolutely nice. I have a problem with some young lad thinking he's some tough shit, giving my mother some attitude.
So like I said, I was standing right there. He didn't give her any attitude.
Do you get what I'm talking about?
I do understand what you're talking about. Trust me, I would be the same way if it was my mother. But I was standing right there. He didn't give her an attitude.
He said something along the lines, he said that he had to go, he didn't care about these Krispy Kremes, whatever she was asking. He said he didn't give a shit about these Krispy Kremes. He told her to go shove one up her ass or something like that. I don't even fucking know.
No, sir, that was not said, because if that had been said, I would have said something to him already. He didn't curse at her, nor did he say anything like that to her.
I am so sorry. Is there any sort of compensation we can come to an agreement on, sweetie?
What kind of compensation, sir? I can't authorize that.
Like maybe
We're a corporate store, and that would be a corporate issue.
I buy massive amounts of coffee every week from your stores. I visited your specific location probably last week, Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't remember specifically, but if you could you compensate me with an extra cream-filled Long John, please?
I can't authorize that. You would either have to talk to my store manager or talk to the corporate office, because I can't authorize that.
I thought you just said you was a manager.
I said I was the assistant, sir.
That's still has manager in the title, doesn't it? Because I'm the assistant owner of my jewelry company, and I own half of it.
I am not the store manager. I cannot make those decisions, especially when I did not hear him personally. If I had heard him, it would have been something different, but I was standing right there, and he didn't say anything nasty to her.
Well, she tells me one thing, he tells me another. I'm sorry to take your time, Toots, but I mean, you've been very sweet and genuine to me. I just don't like the idea of this young lad talking his loud shit sailor mouth to my mother.
Well, like I said, sir, I didn't hear him cursing. If I had, I would have stepped in long before he handed me the phone to answer her question. Because that's not something I would have tolerated, him talking to anybody like that, let alone a customer on the phone.
So there's no sort of compensation you can do. You can't even give me like a tiny donut.
No, sir, I can't.
But you'd gladly take $100 if I slapped it on the counter, right?
Nope. I would gladly hand it back to you. That's not something, I mean, you know. Like I said, if I had heard him speak to her like that, I would have stopped him long before he handed me the telephone.
Well, answer me this one question before I let you go. I know you're busy. If my mother was to walk in there with her walker all cute and shit and give this guy fucking shit and raise a cane and ask for the Krispy Kreme, would you guys give her the Krispy Kreme? She says he gave her this attitude.
No, I couldn't give it to her, no. And actually right now we don't have any donuts until they come in. They'll be in here about an hour and a half.
How about the CEO of your company then? Because I'm really frustrated with this shit.
Let me see if I can find you the customer service number.
That's not the CEO number.
I don't have a CEO number, sir. We have to go through customer service.
You just said you're the manager. So you're not really a manager, you're a tool.
No, I'm the assistant, but we don't use the CEO. We have to go through corporate channels because we're a corporate store, which means we have to go through their customer service.
Can I just get a Krispy Kreme, please? Like, what's going on here?
Sir, I have already answered your question, and like I said, if you have any other problems, please feel free to call the manager in the morning. Her name is Andy.
Right.
She is the store manager.
I'm just gonna
She
want
is
to.
my boss.
I'm sorry?
I said she is my boss.
Who's your boss?
I said if you have any more problems, please feel free to call Andy in the morning. She is the store manager. She is my boss.
Andy's a guy's name. You trying to get me to call another dude so he can give me some attitude?
No, sir, it's a girl. Trust me.
Does she have a manly voice?
Not really, no.
Okay, well, I mean, I've been quite satisfied with the answers you've been giving me. What agreement can we come to over the phone or in the store that would compensate for this troubles?
Like I said, sir, there is nothing I can do. You have to go through her.
Okay, I just want like a large pepperoni with extra anchovies. Do you guys carry any pizzas at all? Instead of
Carry what, sir? I'm sorry.
any pizzas at all?
Yes.
Okay,
We have cheese, we have pepperoni, and then we have a 5-meat pizza.
Alright, I got a custom order, I guess you could say. Would you be able to make me a large Krispy Kreme with extra pepperonis and anchovies on it?